Alright, so right now they got me thrown in the back seat right here like if I'm some sort of animal, a wild dog. You see this right here, yo? This is crazy right now, okay? I need to get out of this car. I feel like I'm doing some sort of documentary before my death or whatever. Like being in a car this long, I'm losing my sanity right now. Somebody get me some damn anime or manga so I can fucking calm the fuck down.
So 2015, my life was in madness and chaos and insanity. It was a year like no other, and I felt today I wanted to recap my life in 2015, or ForneverWorld's life, because, you know, there's a difference or whatever. Like, y'all don't get that manuscript of Tim. Yeah, I get ForneverWorld. But pretty much the things that happened that were notable, a lot of crazy stuff that I didn't get to show you guys. And yeah, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to go over the insanity. But before we get to 2015, I think we got to rewind the dial a bit back to 2014, where after 5 years of following it, I had to bear witness to the end of one of my all-time favorite manga series, Naruto. I definitely noticed one huge thing regarding me is that after Naruto's end, I felt a bit of a change. I felt as though there was some sort of disconnect, because Naruto always was one thing throughout the entire week where it was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what happens next. There's other manga that I feel the same way about, but there was always something about Naruto simply because since I started reviewing it, it was announced that it was ending, you know, with this arc. So I always felt like I gotta get it in, I gotta get it in, I gotta see what's happening, you know, everybody's expecting to hear what I got to say about this, so I gotta make sure I'm having that video on time. So once Naruto ended, I definitely noticed a bit of a change. I was like not as enthusiastic for a while. Fast forward a month later, in December of 2014, I had a time of my life. I went to New York, I had a blast, and again, I felt a bit of a change in my life. I started taking road trips and doing a lot of crazy things I've never done before. I even took a couple road trips to Tennessee, which the first one turned out to be, yeah, a pretty fucking crazy one. So I'm sure by now you've already heard through the grapevine, and if you haven't, I was in a serious car accident. I'm referring to the one where I almost died in Kentucky. Pretty much what had happened was I was driving, you know, and it's funny because I thought I was a pretty decent driver. Yeah, I'm a fucking cool driver, man. Right on. And I ended up flipping the car 5 times, almost killing myself, fracturing my neck, hurting the shit out of my cousin, and ended up in a hospital in Kentucky. Ever since then, I have a grudge against Kentucky. I'm just saying. Although I should probably have a grudge against my driving, yeah. But around that time, I had met what I thought would be my girlfriend forever, man. Like, this girl's really down, ride or die, you know. And I had a really nice little romantic time, you know. That point in my life was very interesting because I was like getting to know her more, and things was all fine and dandy until, BAM! My heart. So I was with this girl, this woman, and I fell in love with her. And in case you can't tell by the tears, you know, the relationship's over. Yeah, y'all all remember the infamous crime video, yeah? I mean, it happened. I never decided to hide it. I never tried to hide it. I still don't regret it to this day, no matter how many jokes or anything like that, because some of them jokes, ain't gonna lie, they're actually kind of funny. And that's one of the best things about life, is that in retrospect, you could look back on a terrible time and make jokes out of it and be, you know, happy now, because you look at it back then and you're like, I've come a long way since then. So yeah, I had the heartbreak and you all witnessed it and you were all there for me. And again, I appreciate the fuck out of that. You guys held me the fuck down and gave me so many positive comments regarding me almost fucking dying in Kentucky, regarding my heartbreak. Like, y'all were there for me, and again, I appreciate the fuck out of it. Then after a period of time, I ended up meeting somebody else, and then y'all seen the engagement video, and y'all probably thought I was fucking batshit crazy after that, because it's like, you're crying one minute, you're engaged next minute. What the fuck, bro? This is actually my fiance, I guess. I gotta get used to that. Say what's up.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, and definitely a lot happier nowadays, because I know you guys knew I was kind of a little messed up and things was rocky or whatever, but things are a lot better now and I'm enjoying my life. And then I found love, some real love, some genuine love, something that is not like what I was previously in, because in my previous relationship, it was just insanity. This one, it felt genuine and it was so quick and everything got really fucking just fast that after a short period of time, we got engaged. Now, people misconstrue what engaged means. It doesn't mean we ran and got married. It just means that we put a ring on our finger and said, yeah, we're gonna get married someday soon. But yeah, that's somebody that till this day is one of the most important people in my life. But life didn't get much easier at that particular point. It wasn't like everything was sunshine and rainbows. Again, because of I felt what happened in November, losing my favorite series that always had me on time with everything, my lack of enthusiasm on top of that, always having in my mind that I did this for 5 years. Remember, 2010 to 2015, that's 5 years. So I was in my mind state of like, maybe I could slow down a bit, maybe I could do less content and, you know, give myself a break or whatever. And that's what led to a very shitty schedule throughout 2015 of uploading. I mean, reviews were coming like 4 or 5 days late, some weren't coming at all, a bunch of series wasn't just being reviewed, and yeah, I sucked ass for a big portion of 2015. And there were more car wrecks and more problems. My life was just something else. I mean, after that big car crash, I had another one. The second one wasn't as bad. I wasn't hurt. Nobody was hurt. Thankfully, it was a hit and run. Ended up having to get my car repaired. It's already repaired. Everything's good in that. And, you know, I wasn't at fault, so I didn't have to pay anything. But, yeah, it was still a shitty situation on top of all my real life problems going on around me. It's like, can a motherfucker get a break? I had a really, really bad week. The anime gods were not with me at all. So, yeah, without getting into too many specifics or whatnot, let's see, this week I had some family issues, some health issues, relationship issues, a car accident, my computer crashed on me. Not to mention before that, I had one of the greatest and most incredible journeys of my life. I went across country driving, mind you, to LA. I went through Las Vegas. I actually got to see the city. I got to gamble at the Las Vegas casinos, had a blast, slow dancing in the middle of the fucking casino and stuff like that. Like, I had an incredible time. Although I'll leave it for the manuscript, the drama that happened there. Alright, so I just got to Las Vegas. I am chilling right now. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, baby. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this is insane. I've never done any of this in my entire life, and this is fucking crazy. Like, going to Vegas, staying at a crazy-ass hotel. It's something else, people. Like, this has been one hell of a journey, and it's far from over. I still got couple days in Vegas, then about 5 in LA. I'm loving it. This is insane. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. No, seriously, it was fucking amazing. Huh? Still holding it down. Still holding it down. Suited night there, was suited night there, was suited night there. 終ってしまったことに paralyzed. 出ないで毎度歌うて paradise. 送るして僕のことは This is making the final edit, by the way, people. I'm editing a lot of stuff out of my clips, but this is making the final edit. I guarantee you that. 教えて Say it one more time. 教えて僕の中に Then going to LA for my second red carpet premiere, this time for the Dragon Ball Z Resurrection of F English dub premiere, meeting a ton of you guys there, and I love it when I meet you guys, whether you're, you know, the outgoing person that wants to take the pictures and you want to have a chat, whether you're just kind of awkward. I understand that awkwardness because I've been there, so if you're awkward and you come up to me and you don't really know how to talk or whatever, I'm going to try my best to bring the best out in you. So regardless of what, whenever I meet you guys, and I'm meeting a lot of you guys at the Resurrection of F and Anime Expo 2015, it was something else, and I love it. Like, especially that group of people that ran from Hooters to see me. Like, I still remember you guys. You guys fucking rocked. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab some videos.
You can get in it.
Setting. What are you doing? Get away from me. Get away from me. No.
No, let me see right now.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm right here with Hoin Kyoma, as well as, hold on, yo, babe, say what's up. Say what's up, girl. Say what's up. Nah. Whoa. Steins Gate, baby. I love it. No. Now, anime watching wise, things was a little bit different for me this year because prior to this, almost every year I just watched non-stop new shows left and right, all sorts of old shows. It wasn't as big and extravagant as it used to be. Starting off the year, Route A was kind of disappointing for me. Tokyo Ghoul Route A, it had some really awesome moments and some pretty cool episodes, but as a whole, it wasn't really what it should have been. We had the second core of Seven Deadly Sins and Parasite. Those were pretty freaking awesome. Parasite definitely had a great second core, but they didn't premiere this year, so it was just kind of like carryovers from last year. Had a few different series that I started up, but I never never really finished or I lost interest, one of which was Death Parade. I actually really enjoyed it, but I just never really followed up. Assassination Classroom started it, didn't really like care for it, just like I didn't really care for the manga, so kind of lost interest in that. Sheriff of the End, I gave it a chance because I remember I had read the manga. Liked the first episode, didn't really care for the second one. Went a bit off without watching it, watched it again, had a blast, and to this day I still really enjoy Sheriff of the End. Then we had the hype that was Dragon Ball Super. Now obviously there's been some times where it's like, oh, some of that animation and art, but regardless of what, it's the return of something that was humongous in many of our childhoods, Dragon Ball in general. So to me, regardless of what, I'm still excited and still grateful that we're having this opportunity to experience this again. So Dragon Ball Super coming, being announced and then coming out and being able to watch new Dragon Ball content every week, that's been crazy. And then of course there was the one anime that brought my fandom back to its peak of me being, oh my gosh, I love this series. And y'all know what I'm talking about. It's One Punch! One Punch Man, baby. Like, that is the anime for me. Personally, I'm not saying it saved anime, but it saved anime for me in 2015 from just being like, oh, there was some hits and misses or whatever. That was the huge fucking hit. That was the Tokyo Ghoul, Akame got killed. All those series that I really enjoyed in 2014, One Punch Man encompassed it all in 2015. That was the one that I was like, yes, we got one at least. We got fucking one that I really fucking loved. And then manga-wise, there was a lot of series. New series like Fire Brigade, new series like Black Clover. There was a lot of awesome series that I read. I think I became more so of a manga fan in 2015 because I bought a lot of manga, not really a lot of anime, but I did buy a lot of manga and I read a lot of manga. And I would honestly say ever since September of 2015, my life got back on the ball game. I definitely got more into YouTube. I started reviewing more. I started being more on time, and I saved at the very least the final quarter of the year from being a terrible ForneverWorld sucked ass in his reviewing game year. So yeah, 2015, an insane year. So many things that I can't talk about on camera, to be honest with you. Some things I won't talk about on camera, but I will say that I learned a lot of different things about the world, about my viewpoints, and about myself in 2015. And I'm just so grateful of the year that I had, regardless of what. No regrets at all, because everything that happened in one way or another helps to shape who I am today. And I'm, for the most part, very happy of who I am today. I'm really glad to see how much of a person I've changed. If you would have known me 5 years ago, I'm a whole different person, but for the better. And yeah, life ain't perfect. Far from it. But I'm grateful of my adventures and experiences I had in 2015 because it gave me one lesson. There's always a better tomorrow. You can make your destiny whatever you want it to be as long as you carve in the path that you choose. And one last final announcement for 2015. In 2016, I will be starting up on a semi-autobiographical graphic novel on the past 5 years of my life. The stories that I can't tell you. Remember how I mentioned earlier in this year how I was banned from a hotel? I couldn't talk about that. A lot of very fucking crazy things in my life that I can't really talk about and won't talk about on camera. I'm going to be talking about in that, I guess you could say, Americanized manga, because I'm going to get an artist that is going to be more so with the manga style look. My story, I want you guys to read it because, like Jon Snow, you know nothing. So thanks for everybody that stuck by me through 2015. 2016, here we come, baby. I'm ready to take the world by storm again, and I'm ready for anime and manga culture fans alike to come in swinging and take the fucking year and be the best that we can possibly be. But for the final time of this year, I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.